to Robot Wars, where we're gearing up for the second fight of the night. 4 new robots, 2 about to meet their metal maker.
From Aylesbury in Buckinghamshire, Pincer.
Newcomers to the UK Championships fought in our Crusher carve-up special earlier in the series, though.
Luke and Jake, this is Pincer, I believe.
Yes.
Now, you two built this robot yourself?
Yep.
And what does it do?
Well, the arm goes down and it crushes all the other robots.
Brilliant. So you're going to crush every other robot in the arena?
Yep.
A hydraulic crushing arm, obviously, 2-wheel drive, made from titanium TA10 with 690 watt power. Problems: a high centre of gravity, low speeds and a high ground clearance.
From Taunton in Somerset, Cobra.
First time they've qualified, watch for the spitting venom.
Look at this. It's a massive spike that comes out. So that literally comes out and spears opponents?
Absolutely, yeah. It's high pressure pneumatics on a big round.
So how many rams do you get with that?
Probably not enough.
How many? I won't tell them.
4 or 5, 5 or 6. So you've got to be just right, hit the right places.
A titanium box, aluminium wheels with golf shoe studs, mostly enclosed. A limited range of offence, though. An inexperienced team, an R-snake charm offence will leave this beaten, I think.
From Pinner in Middlesex, the Kraken.
The team has fought before, but not with this machine.
This is one of the most scary robots I have seen today. This is the Kraken.
Explain yourself, please, Guy.
Right, it's a hydraulic crusher with a twist. The first jaw is pneumatic, which will come down quickly to grab the opponents. The second jaw, hydraulic, will then come in and crush them.
Electric power with a single drive motor. It steers through a differential and brake system. Destructive weaponry, all grab and crush. Light armour could be turned to mush.
From Beer in Devon, Kronic the Wedgehog.
4th time in the wars, but never beyond the heats.
Here he is! Kronic the Wedgehog.
Yeah.
Now, what does he do? He looks absolutely mighty and scary.
It does look good. It's got 2 flippers, same as last year. They're a bit more quicker this year. So hopefully we can do some damage.
Still has the Kronic face and lovely flammable foam spikes. A blaster flipper action then. More offensive, better self-righting, but has a mesh bottom and no wheel guards.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the teams then. Julian Brown, captain of Cobra on the left. The Davis family Pincer on the right. The Kraken boys there on the left, captained by Guy Pickett. Dave Lang, captaining Kronic the Wedgehog on the right. There in the arena for the House Robots is Mr. Psycho and Sergeant Bash.
3, 2, 1.
And we're off and running with Kronic the Wedgehog, using a little bit of experience there. Once, twice on Cobra. What flew off there? Something came off. A little bit of metal flew across the arena floor. Can you see the Cobra spike out? Really causing major problems. One of the Kronic little foam spikes has come off, and they're twitching and twittering under the evil glare of Pincer. And already the arena floor is covered with debris. The Kraken looks mean. I wonder about the effectiveness of the weaponry, but look at Pincer's coming in there. The hydraulic clutching arm through the armament of Kronic the Wedgehog. The Kraken moving across the arena as Pincer takes a grip of Kronic the Wedgehog and batters it into Cobra, which doesn't seem too mobile, and Kronic on the flame pit. And that won't do those exposed tyres any good. And taking a grip on the famous Kronic face, Pincer looks a tidy machine. The Kraken wakes and comes into battle. There at the controls, Guy Pickett, Lloyd Davis, the Kraken team. A little side slam by Kronic the Wedgehog. Cobra has done very, very little, to be honest, and seems to me to be stuck on the arena sidewall. I don't know whether or not the motors ever really got going. You can see the studded wheels trying to get some sort of traction as the Kraken bites in. Disappointment thus far for Julian Brown and Kevin Stowe and the Cobra team. And Pincer has it and is drawing it out into the arena floor with a spike in then on Cobra on the titanium box. 2.5mm thick, fairly strong armour, concealing the aerial, but they know they're in a tight tussle. They just haven't got those wheels moving. Is only one of them moving, I wonder? That may well have been the problem with Cobra, yeah. I think that left-hand wheel, as you look at it, is stuck. Mr. Psycho comes trundling out, sets up a hammer blow. Oh, piggyback time. Crushing time. You really didn't want him to do that, Cobra. And still, Pincer holds on. The ref bot checking. Wakey, wakey. You have very little time left. Start moving. Do something. Oh dear. Bye-bye. So, Pincer, wakey, wakey, you too. Okay, look, now you've beaten Cobra, but that thing there, you see, little thing there, it's called Mr. Psycho. Get out of the way. That's one hammer blow. Mr. Psycho manages to hit himself on the head. Ladies and gentlemen, he's not the brainiest, he's not the brightest. Pincer, neither are you. Get out of the way! What are you? Fools? Or beaten fools? Oh, sorry. Just drifted off there for a minute. As have Pincer, it seems. What's going to happen to them? They are moving, or are they being pushed? Psycho's gonna get ya. And I think Pincer, in having beaten Cobra, has beaten itself. And both of them will go out. Julian and Kevin in the Cobra team. And Steve Davis and young Luke and Jake. Luke 9, Steve 6. And they are locked together in some macabre dance of death under the drop zone.
Cease.
That was bizarre.
Mr. Psycho shows no mercy. Kraken and Kronic the Wedgehog, they go through.
Let's just confirm then, Pincer and Cobra went, Kronic the Wedgehog and the Kraken through to round 2 of Heat J. This is how they'll line up. First Thermidor 2 against the Kraken, and Mighty Mouse against Kronic the Wedgehog. Thermidor 2 looks impressive, Craig.
Now, at the end of the series, we'll be holding the World Championships, but not all countries have qualifying robots yet. So tonight, fighting for the right to represent their country in the war zone, bring on 2 more international robots!
From New Zealand, Riptillon.
Slimy, sneaky, tricky, low down. We love it.
It's got a spinner on the front, so it takes chunks out of robots. It's got a fairly sharp weapon on the back, so we can spin the whole robot and bash them. Its main weakness, though, if it gets flipped, it's dead.
Could be a little bit of a problem. How will the folks back home take it if you get flipped straight away?
I might not be able to go home ever.
A vertical milling wheel with side-fixed weapons on a robot which can spin on the spot, low and wide for stability, tough, nimble, destructive, but, as he says, no self-riding mechanism.
From Belgium, Hard.
Fought in the Dutch robot wars, didn't do really very well.
This is hard! That's hard. And is your machine hard?
Yeah, it is. 4mm stainless steel. You can't get through to it.
Do you think you've got the advantage?
Well, he's so large that we believe it will be quite difficult to actually flip him over. He's so large, we don't even are sure that he fits in the pit. So those 2 tactics will be less effective, so we'll let him explain how he's gonna drive.
Yeah, but if he's so large, he's an easy target.
Well, yeah, but you can't flip him, that's the problem. The only thing we can try is to open the pit and put in his wheels in the pit so he can move. Or the other thing that we might do is to get underneath him and ram him into the side.
I'm frightened by the eyebrows. Hard has that stainless steel armour, the full pressure flipper, but the wheels are exposed.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the team eyebrow. Gert Kayach, Jan Hoyen, Frank van Riet, the hard boys from Belgium, and from New Zealand, Riptillon, Jeff Graham, Robert Reed, Peter Platt. In the arena for the house robots, Cassius Chrome and Growler are boxer-dog combination.
2, 1, activate.
Our thanks to the teams for coming such a long way to try and qualify for the World Championships. Riptillon is a very, very large robot, 120 centimetres in diameter. Hard in underneath, Riptillon though, trying to expose that 1 centimetre ground clearance. And hard on top. The little milling wheel on the side of Riptillon doesn't look very effective. Hard's flipper does, but can they thrust them out of the arena? This for a place in the World Championships. We've already got Supernova through from Sri Lanka, Spartacus from the USA, Crustacean from South Africa. There we're seeing the Belgian team side by side with Riptillon. And should this go all the way to a judge's decision, I think Hard are the more stylish team, more controlled. They may have caused a little bit more damage there, even though superficial it may be to Riptillon. Cassius Chrome goes in with a little left-right jab combination. Hard working in on the inside, to use a boxing term. And Riptillon can't quite get to grips with this at all. And Growler may well get to grips with his jaw, and does, and steals Riptillon away. They are concerned, and rightfully so. And the ref bot is about to count down the Kiwi hope. They could have done with a Maori chant or two out there. The haka dance used by the rugby union players. They lacked a formidable nature, and Riptillon beaten. Hard of Belgium through to the World Championship. And now Growler can come and destroy. Takes the grip. Pulls. Steadily. Flip, flip, flip is the cry. Tell you what, there's some heavy machine out there. The floor flipper only tossed it 4 or 5 feet. Cease is called. We know the Hard are the victors anyway.
Well, they go out. Hard. They're through to the World Championships. It's a long way to come for a good kicking, isn't it?
It is.
What went wrong?
It looks like the chains came off the motors. We just lost power.
And you were just a sitting duck then?
We were. It was disgraceful.
All right, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's hear it for Riptillon. What's Belgium like for robots?
A bit small.
Yeah.
We don't have it on TV.
No. So no one goes out building them then?
Well, we have only about 3 or 4 teams really in the competition.
Yeah.
We go to the north to do the competition with a large team.
Yeah. How do you think your robot performed there?
Quite well, better than the other fights, but okay. We did what we wanted to do, and then we decided to let the Growler go ahead.
Let's see, let the house robots take over.
Yeah.
Well, you're through to the World Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Hard! Join me after the break when we get down, dirty, destructive and devastating in the 7th Wars. Don't go away.